I gotta move this tractor, kitty cat. Yeah, I gotta move this tractor. Gotta move it. You gotta move. Bella loves to ride in the gator, huh? Ready? Let's go! Skirt! Have fun? Well, greetings all. We're coming at you from the farm fields here in Drayton, North Dakota. I am doing the last bit of seeding here for the season. This is the last field. I've got about 15 acres to go here. Should take me another half hour or so. It is approaching 9 p.m. so hopefully be done here by 9:30 p.m. And I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a long, coming up on 4 weeks here. It's about 3.5 weeks today. Probably be 4 weeks by the time I leave here, but we are done with the seeding and planting. So probably spend the next few days doing some cleaning up of equipment, servicing of equipment, and it is time for me to get back on the road and ramble on. I'm really looking forward to it. Going to be moving into Minnesota, doing some camping around Minnesota. I'm going to get my fishing license, meet up with a friend. We're going to be doing some fishing camps. He's got a boat, so we're going to try to take that out, do some camping on an island, and a lot of fun stuff coming up. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there while I'm at this job. Really looking forward to getting back to regular videos. So I got to focus on these last 15 acres here, and then I'll be done. Okay, that is it. Last seeds in the ground. Did it. It's a total of 146 acres for this field. Time to turn it around, fold it up. We are done. All right, that is it for the season. Finished right about 9:30 as I predicted. Which is nice. I'm going to head into the farmhouse. I've got some ice cream in the freezer. And it's going to be shower time and call it a night. Tomorrow is another day. Well, greetings all. We are coming at you from the farmhouse here in Drayton, North Dakota. It is a Friday morning, about 7:30 a.m. We finished up seeding just this last Tuesday, a few days ago, and we got some rain in last night after a dry spell. Actually, this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, was 95 degrees and extremely windy, but we were able to finish up. And then after a couple more dry days, it started raining last night, so that was very, very welcome. Definitely need the rain after seeding. This is dry farming up in this region. There is no irrigation. It relies solely on ground moisture and rain for all the crops to grow. So when it rains after a dry spell, it is a very celebratory thing. So everyone's in good spirits. We finished up. Everyone was safe. Nobody got hurt. That's always a good thing. And yeah, just a good planting season. So it is time for me to roll out. I'm going to be crossing over into Minnesota, where I'm going to be spending probably the next 3-4 weeks or so exploring and camping about. So we're going to bring you guys along. We'll take a look at some of the crops that are starting to sprout up that I helped seed. The wheat, I did most of the seeding, and some soybeans. And Chris does solely the sugar beets, and everything is starting to sprout up out of the ground. So we'll give you a glimpse of some of that. The wheat, it's coming in real nice. Pretty cool to see it go from seed to starting to sprout before I leave. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen, but it doesn't take more than a good few days for it to start germinating and sprouting up. This is probably, about a week and a half or so. Maybe even 2 weeks. Whole field of wheat. And then the soybeans. And then some of the sugar beets. So anyway, we'll take a step outside. The wind is blowing and we're expecting some more rain. Not ideal travel weather, but I need to get on the road. I'm itching to be back out there. So yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, the wind is blowing good this morning coming out of the west. As you can see, all the trees are leafed out. Last video I showed, oh, that was 10 days ago that I filmed that. Everything was still just starting to bud out. So in those 10 days, we're seeing some nice fresh green leaves. I showed this lilac bush over here with just some early buds on it and a few small leaves, and now look at, they're all blooming out. Beautiful. And yeah, it is time to roll, guys. I am super excited. The van is all loaded up. The farmhouse is all cleaned up. Got the fridge emptied out, vacuumed, cleaned up the kitchen and all that. So it is time to ramble on. The adventure continues. Okay, let's do it. It's a good feeling. Yeah, we got a good amount of rain last night or yesterday evening. Supposed to be another system rolling in this afternoon here, so they should be doing good with rainfall. We're going to stop by the apple trees here, check out the blossoms. Boy, it's pretty soft. I hope the place I'm planning on camping isn't too wet and I can get in and out with the mud. Yeah, let's check these trees out real quick. Yeah, look at that. Hopefully there'll be some apples for me here when I come back in the fall. It's amazing how fast this happens here. It gets so cold here, 20 below zero, and yet everything snaps back and is full of life. All right, the road awaits. Well, it has been about a good 3.5 weeks, approaching 4 weeks before we've said, away we go. Well, this is the small town of Drayton, North Dakota. We're rolling through here. Don't spend much time in the town here. I'm usually all out in the farm fields. There is one small market here for groceries, but I usually go to Grafton, which is about, this is about maybe 7-8 miles from the farmyard. Grafton's about 18 miles. And Grafton's just a little bit bigger of a town. They've got a bigger grocery store, more selection and better prices. So yeah, I don't come into Drayton very much, but it's a cute little town. They said they've got the market there, a couple bars, post office, senior center here, and a church. And of course the school, Drayton School, which is, I believe it's K through 12 at one school. No separate grade school and high school. And there is access to the Red River, which is pretty much the state line between North Dakota and Minnesota. So we're very close to Minnesota. Actually, let's just turn here. This is the little boat ramp access spot. The river's probably flowing good after the recent rains. I probably don't want to drive down there too. I think this road is good. Oh, it's concrete down there at the ramp, so yeah, we'll take a quick look at the Red River. This river flows north into Canada. Yeah, step out and give you a quick glimpse. Okay, we are making our way through Grand Forks, North Dakota. We're going to be crossing over the Red River into East Grand Forks, Minnesota. It is cool and windy out today. Feels like another storm rolling in. As we're approaching the bridge here, here we are. Welcome to Minnesota. Hello, Minnesota. Goodbye, North Dakota. East Grand Forks. Population 9,176. Wonder how accurate that is. But for now, I'm going to sit back and enjoy the ride. It is good to be back on the road. I am feeling good about it. We're starting to see a lot more trees now. It has been raining, kind of misting on and off most of the drive here. I'm about 25 miles out from this potential camp. I'm pretty sure it should be open and spots available. It's a rainy Friday early afternoon, so I'm feeling pretty good about getting a camp spot. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off here and head towards 6 Mile Lake and try to find a place to camp. Oh, it's nice to be back in the trees. This is a good feeling. I'm going to wind my way down to the lake here. I think it's a good couple miles of gravel road. A little bit of washboard, but it's not too bad. Well, let's check out down this road here. Well, doesn't look like there's anyone camped in here. I think this is a loop. Cruise around and check out the camp spots. Oh, an old camper there. Well, I haven't been counting campsites, but it looks like there's only a handful of them here. Well, there's some firewood at this camp spot. Maybe I'll pick this one. All right, we're gonna call this camp for tonight at least. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Getting a little bit of light drizzle right now, but it's supposed to let up, and tomorrow's not supposed to be any rain, so we'll see. But we'll give you a little shot of the camp. So this is the camp here, nestled in the trees. We're actually starting to get a little bit of rain. The lake is right through the trees here. A little fire ring with some wood left behind. And then there is a boat ramp just through the trees this way. It actually was camped on the other side here, down a little ways. I laid down and took a nap and woke up, and a big group of guys had pulled in across the way from me. Sounds like they might get a little rowdy tonight, so I moved down to this end. Get a little space between us. But it is nice to be back on the road, nice to be out here camping. I'm going to try to get out of the rain for a little bit. It is supposed to let up in an hour or two. There was some firewood scattered about, so I'll try to get a campfire going a little later, see what I can rustle up for dinner. Just good to be back in the woods, back camping after a little stint of seasonal work. Loving it. We're taking a walk over to the boat ramp here. This is really the only place you can get a view of the lake. From all the campsites, it's pretty heavily wooded, so you really can't get down to the water's edge. But we'll take a look down here. You can see there's a dock over here with some boats. There are some private properties right around here near this free camp spot that I'm at. And also, I think, some pay campgrounds and resort type places. There's some ducks over there. Okay, it is time to get something together for a meal here. I have the pressure cooker out, and I've got a couple chicken thighs in there that I actually had in the freezer at the farmhouse. I never ended up using them. So I just put some butter in the bottom of the pressure cooker, and I'm browning up these chicken thighs. And I'm gonna make like a chicken soup. It's cool and rainy out. Still getting a little bit of rain, so I'm gonna cook inside. And I've got some celery and carrots and onion and garlic. And I'm just gonna make a nice chicken soup. A nice warm meal. If the rain lets up a little bit, I'll be able to eat outside. It'll be nice and warm. Get that right in there now. Alright, so I've got this bag of baby carrots. I'm going to get some of these chopped up. These are left over from my seasonal job on the farm. I was really trying to stay away from the junk food snacks. So these were my go-to, these baby carrots. Just something to snack on that's fresh and healthy. Yep, one of those went flying. I'm gonna have to find that before I forget about it, and I got a rotten carrot laying in my van somewhere. Well, I am enjoying these longer days. Getting some especially long days, extended daylight, because I'm so far north as opposed to being down in the southwest. And as we go into spring, coming up on summer, days are just going to get longer. Love that. Not a fan of the winter days that are so short on daylight. I find myself going to bed early and just, I prefer long days of daylight. Just going to lightly chop that garlic in bigger pieces for flavor. Do a rough chop on those onions. Well, it looks like it's just me and the other group at the other campsite down the other end of the campground here, and they're getting a little rowdy. It's Friday night. I don't blame them. They're probably ready to let loose after a long work week. I actually don't hear them much when I'm in the van, but when I step out, they're out there partying it up. And now I need to get some seasonings in there. All right, I need to get some water in there. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this chicken bouillon powder just to kind of salt and flavor it up a little bit. Okay, and I have this pressure cooker kind of maxed out. It really is actually a little bit overfilled as far as liquid. The problem is if you have too much water or liquid in there, above about 3/4, when it starts to get up to pressure, you can actually get liquid coming out of the spout here, and it can make a real mess. So you got to be careful. I'm right at the threshold there, I think. All right, I got my rice jar here, getting a little low. I'm just going to add a little handful of rice. Maybe just one more of those. I don't want it to be too much rice and soak up too much of my water there. I think that'll be just enough. My chunks of chicken there. Once that's done, I'll kind of shred that chicken up. Hopefully it'll be a nice chicken soup. Let that go for about 11-12 minutes and then shut off the heat. It's fully depressurized. Let's take a little look-see. Oh, yeah, that is a little too full. Poke around in there. Oh yeah, see if the rice is done. Let's see if I can kind of shred that chicken up a little bit in there. No, it's just falling apart. Perfect. Well, looks like that turned out pretty good. We got a good taste of that broth there. It's cooled down a little. Well, the rain has let up, so I think I'm going to enjoy this outside. Well, this is just about a perfect end of the day here. I am feeling really grateful right about now. Just finding myself more and more every day. Just super grateful to be living this lifestyle. Just to squeeze in a little bit of work, make some money, break away, be able to come out here and camp in the woods next to a lake, campfire, hot homemade chicken soup. Yeah, pretty dang special. My camp neighbors went out in their boat, so it's very quiet and peaceful in the campground right now. Very nice. There was many, many years of my life I lived that I never thought I'd find my place in this world and find contentment, actual contentment and peace and happiness. It just seemed unattainable. And these days I just feel like I'm in it, like I'm actually in it. I'm able to stand confidently with contentment and peace while the rest of the world just absolutely rages around me. Never thought I'd get to this place. Waking up to a nice morning here at camp. Birds are still chirping. Still overcast, no rain this morning. A little bit of a breeze, you can hear the wind blowing through the trees. Nice place to wake up. Had a very nice stay here. I actually stayed here for 2 nights. I took a total down day yesterday. I just needed some time to myself to decompress from my seasonal job and process some things. And yeah, it was very nice. It's been cool, misty, and rainy the whole stay here, but still very enjoyable. Listening to the birds chirp and the loons on the lake, it's been very nice. So just a very enjoyable stay. And yeah, I'm going to be taking off to meet up with my friend Wiley at his off-grid cabin. Got some things I'm going to do to the van. I'm going to install a window in the side door of the van here. Got some rear shocks that I need to install. So do a little tinkering on the van, some projects. And then I'm going to get my fishing license. I'm going to do some fishing around Minnesota due to all the lakes in the state. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming up. But just appreciate y'all joining me on my adventures, and I'm going to be pumping out a lot more videos here coming. Just needed some time after the job. Just so busy at that seasonal job working on the farm. Long hour days, but I was able to make some decent money in a short amount of time to fund my summer adventures here and get some money in my savings account for emergency funds and that. So yeah, things are good. And again, just really appreciate y'all joining me, and we'll be checking in soon here on my next adventures. Thanks again. Take care. Peace.